All right, y'all. What's up, Queendom? So it's a little dark, mind you. I'm on my way home from church, and we got some food, but it's currently, what is it, 7:30? Hold on, is it 8 o'clock? Yeah, y'all. The time went for about an hour, but it feel like it went like for like 2 hours. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here, y'all, and I just wanted to share something with y'all, right? So when we go through stuff in life, we always be like, oh my God, why, why me? Or we, complain and be like, I don't know why I'm going through this. And I don't do that no more, y'all. I haven't done that in years because I had to learn a long time ago that when you are going through something, 90% of the time it's not even for you. It's going to be for somebody else that's going to come along and need you to help them through that same situation. And well, I will also say 100% of the time, it's for God's glory. If He don't, in order to come out, you have to go through, right? So in order for God to bring you out of something, He got to allow you to go through something so that He can still show you and show us that He is God and that He can and He will, right? So, I want to just give that analogy, but so I have been, I have, and I am dealing with certain situations. One of them, I was talking to someone recently, and as I was encouraging the person and just letting them know, giving them advice and let them know how I handled it and how they're going to be okay and how they're going to get through it. As I was talking, I was just amazed, like, wow, God allowed me to go through that. It was uncomfortable. It hurt. But at the same time, it feels so good to be able to reassure someone and say, I know you're going to be okay because I went through that same thing. And I know, how you're feeling right now. I tell my clients and I tell people all the time, it's a big difference to be able to say, I know what you're going through. And I can only imagine what you're going through, right? People say that, right? They're like, I can only imagine what you're going through. Not really. But when a person can say, I know what you're going through, that hits different because you have felt what I feel, okay? So you understand. So a lot of times people don't understand people's feelings and emotions because you can't relate, right? So I have been through so many different things, I'm like, I used to be like, God, why dang, I've been through this. But then each client that I get or each person I always to help, like there's when they come to me and they tell me what's going on, I'm like, I went through that too. Okay. And but when you're going through it in the moment, it's so uncomfortable and it's so draining and it's so stressful. You'll be like, oh my God. But when you're able to see the benefit of being able to help somebody else, y'all, when I tell you it's an amazing feeling. So when I go through certain situations, yes, I'm going to be overwhelmed. Yes, I'm going to sometimes get stressed out. Yeah, I'm even going to cry. But at the end of the day, just know that I know that it's all for God's glory and it's able to help another one of my clients or somebody else. My story is my story and your story is your story. God allows us to go through certain things, y'all. Nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing happens on accident. I tell everything literally is for a reason. The reason may not show up a month later. The reason may not show up a year later. But then you will see one day, okay, I see why I went through that. Almost everything I have been through, I now see why I went through it. In the moment, you're like, oh, what? This is too much, But just trust God. And I just want to say this specifically to those women who are in relationships, that you are being abused mentally, emotionally, physically. I want you to know, I know it's scary. I know you want to leave, but you don't know how to. I know you want to leave, but you're scared. I know you want to leave, and you feel like, how am I going to make it? Because abusers, what they tend to do is they try to make you feel like you can't make it without me. They try to make you feel like, oh, nobody's going to want you. and everybody's not going to understand it. When you're in that mental space, you begin to believe those words. And I know, we have all been there. We have been in relationships where we feel like, oh my God, I don't know if I can get over this person, or how I'm going to live without this person. But as soon as you free yourself, you feel so much better. You're going to be all right. You're going to make it. That's why I got to tune into my series, Hidden Scars, on Facebook. I'm going to be having it on other platforms as well. Because you guys are going to hear how I made it, y'all. I didn't think I was, though. I didn't think I would be able to. Get a little darker here and talk to y'all like this. Cried. I will be. It took a long time to heal. It took a long time to forgive. It took a long time to, first of all, even acknowledge that it happened. You got to forgive that person, then you got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I got you. He got you. It may not feel like it, but he got you. It's going to be all right. I am here to let you know it's painful, but it's necessary. And I'm not trying to quote, no quote. That's real right there. It's painful, but it's necessary. I am stronger because of what I went through. I am wiser because of what I went through. Okay? I am secure in who I am because of what I went through. I love myself because of what I went through. I know my worth because of what I went through. Okay? And I had to heal. I had to forgive. And I had to move forward. The healing process is not a just quick situation. Everyone's healing process is different. And it's uncomfortable. You're gonna be having moments when you just randomly start crying. You could be having a good day laughing and you just start crying. Because it hurts. But as long as you keep God throughout the whole thing, just say, God, give me strength to get through this. God, help me to push. God, help me to forgive. Because I know people be like, no, I can't. I can't forgive that person. You don't know what they did to me. Do you know what they did to me? Y'all know what he did to me? And we always, people like me with a good heart, we always want to make excuses for people. We always want to protect them. And for years, I was like, no, I'm not going to say nothing. And things that have been done to me is like, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. The things that I had to go through, the trauma I have dealt with, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Because it's hard, y'all. Even after you heal, even after you forgive, there's trauma that's still there. That don't mean trauma is just, that's something that you really have to go within yourself and really pray. And even, let me say this, because the church people are not going to always tell you, it's okay to go talk to a therapist. It's okay to go sit in somebody's couch and talk to them. It's okay to have a life coach. It's okay. It's like PTSD. When you have been abused, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, that's traumatic, y'all. It takes a while. So don't ever get it twisted. When y'all get ready to watch this series that it took a while to heal. It took a while to forgive because you're angry and different things like that. But I had to remember, and you have to remember that forgiveness is not for the other person at all. Like, literally, forgiveness is for you, for me, so that you can be free in your heart, free in your mind. And you don't want to live like that. I always use this as an example. Whenever you don't forgive a person, there are going to be constant triggers. For example, say you are going through a relationship and you have guys have broken up and the person has done whatever to you and you're trying to forgive, heal, and move on, right? Say you got a friend that keeps telling you, oh, I seen him on Facebook. Yeah, he was with such and such and such. Those are things that will literally stunt your, I want to say stunt your growth, but stunt your, like, your process. Because every time you hear that person's name, every time someone be like, oh, this person, you're going to get upset. It's going to trigger you. I know. Whenever you see that person. But when you heal and you really forgive, you can see that person and it don't faze you. How you doing? When you don't forgive them, everything about, even just hearing their name, or a name that even sound like their name, is going to piss you off. Excuse my language, because I don't even use those languages, okay? But for real, I'm just letting y'all know. So forgive, heal, and move forward. It's your life, and you need to live, and you need to be happy, and you deserve to. And you will. You got to claim your identity. You got to trust the process. Okay? But yeah, with that being said, guys, happy Sunday. I love you. Coach Queen is out. And if you need help with any of these things that I talked about, y'all need to text my business line at 617-875-7559. Dante, tell him, text my auntie. Well, yeah, I can't really see. Say, text my auntie.
Text my auntie.
Say she's the best life coach.